I contracted it from not having. Right, and I'm just gonna always be going through an endless tunnel because I'll accomplish something and then I'll want to do something different, my idea of change or something. Now my ideas are getting so big that it's changing even how how I can deliver things. I have to be conscious of what I'm saying or what I'm doing because the idea is going to disrupt my idea. Like a lot of the music, if you listen to the music that's out right now, I have to tap into my stupid. I have to tap into the stupid side of me to write the right thing when it comes time to write the music. So sometimes, this is why I haven't created as much content as I was creating in the past, and I started going towards the film production and development of these projects because I think I can impact things in a bigger way through that. You know, like Tyler's been there all by himself.
Tyler disruptive.
Yeah. I have I know people don't see it, but he invited me out to come to his studios to show me his operation and everything he had going on. And it's amazing. I think he inspired me. I had the idea and already was going in that direction, but when you can see the layout already, I can prevent myself from making mistakes by not making the mistakes he's made. Because having him around and communicate with him is allowing me the ability to have information I wouldn't have privy to. So it's cool. He texted me right before I got here, asked me when I would be back in Atlanta. Following this, I'll go to California so that I catch up with him now.
Yeah, that means mentorship is important. People, obviously, we know you from your music career, legendary Dream Rich and Not Trying. We heard the music, aggressive in nature, right? But Curtis Jackson, right, the businessman, are some of the same characteristics that translate as the artist? Do they carry over to you as the business icon that you became? Do you need to be aggressive? Do you need to be stern? Like, what are some of those things that transfer?
I think when you're aggressive, that you have if people ever had even a little bit of fear of you, you got a second career at making them laugh. So you watch guys like Mike Tyson, like I Am Mike, and then you see him in Hangover, or you see him in a comedy film, and it connects because they go, look, he was great, I met Mike, he was great, he didn't bite my fucking knee. It's like, because they expect the worst from you, and when they have an experience, and this experience will be a pure normalcy, but it'll feel like a lot more at that point. And for me, the aggression when I end up in the business setting, it's a lot easier to deal with me. I do struggle with one thing, right? I do struggle with growing up in the environment. Like sometimes I deal with attorneys, and a lot of the times I'm dealing with attorneys, right? I've spent over $21 million in legal fees. Since you see me, I spend over $1 million a year in legal fees now. As our general counsel, our people that is just around, but the more that they talk about you being a billionaire, the more you better put your ass in the house. And you finna get sued. They trip over some shit, oh 50, why'd you do that on purpose? What the fuck did I do? Nah, it's a little different. Like, I watch like having opportunities at different points because I start off first it's the music, it connects, it works, and it allows me the popularity and the ability to financially invest in different things, right? And I'm gonna bet on the things that I know I can influence myself. I know momentum. Music was there, so I was betting on new artists and developing the artist's career. And sometimes they couldn't come up with the right stuff, so I was writing it for them because I could do it myself. But then I started wanting to do different things, and I went to the film projects early. I did the biggest straight to DVD movie deal ever. I thought I was making movies because we were gonna put them in the theater. And it was just going straight to DVD, but there was straight to DVD, now it's straight to streaming. So it's straight to your Netflix, it's straight to your Hulu, it's straight to your, you know, like when it was Will Smith, when Will did the movie directly with Netflix, it changed how people perceive those projects. Yeah, it's the monster. And there's a watch them because there used to be a clear line between television and film production. And actors that were successful on TV, the film actors wouldn't go near them. Like they would stay away from it because they felt like it was a higher grade of quality and they wanted to stay more cachet to be a movie star than to be a television star. But now we're producing premium projects that allow, you see Forrest Whitaker and Godfather Harlem. You see Academy Award winning actors choosing television because it builds a consistency and you pay out money to keep the talent happy, staying there. But you do need to know with Power, everybody told me no. I pitched that show to all of the networks and they were like, no. And I wanted to make the project so bad that I went and I recorded 8 songs because the last place they spend money in television production is music, and it's just the director will put together his dream sequence of music. It's unwritten. You watch his version of it, and then the music supervisor will come in and change it to something that feels the same, that it doesn't cost anything. You know, if it wasn't on iTunes, I don't want the shit in my project. That's why I made the theme music for the projects, because I said it has to be good enough for them to feel something when it comes on. Like I felt when, you know, you had television shows like Good Times. When that came on, you felt something. Good times. Temporary laid off.
I'm thinking about it. It's pretty powerful, right? Because we come from that era, like even now, you go to a club and they might be playing the Fresh Prince theme song.
Yeah.
But now I'm watching you perform the Power theme song. Talk about the intentionality of defining the no, right? Because you could have just said, all right, well, maybe this is not for me, right? You had some success in film, but television wasn't yet.
Yeah.
Talk about the define the odds and say, all right, I'm going to run this thing anyway. Power.
When they're telling me no, I'm like, why do you keep telling me no? Like, I want to do it. Like, cause like music is like, we can make it at home. You can go get a track, YouTube, producer, record it on your laptop, put it on iTunes, on YouTube, and you can go. Like the film projects, there was a resistance that I wasn't accustomed to feeling that. And when I came back with the music, when we pitched it, and I was playing it, I was talking to Chris Alper, because at the time, Chris, I always recognize him because he's an innovative thinker. Like, he's one of those guys that can see it. Like he gave me the green light on the project, right? And I only was getting $17,000 to play a reoccurring character, a Canaan character, to be the executive producer, and then they'd be the music supervisor for the project. And they wouldn't accept the cast of Power for 3 seasons. Good Morning America, like I was at the nightclub last night, and they were like, yo, if he doesn't come, we don't even want them. I just came from the nightclub. It's like, Good Morning America is like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. So I was like, all right, just give me a suit. Put the suit on. I was a little agitated. If you look back at those interviews, I didn't want to answer those questions. I'm like, bro, why am I doing this? I did pay me more to go to the nightclub. Just go. Alright, so I just wanted to do it, and I kind of got them pregnant with the idea. You see what it turned into. It turned into 4 shows in the universe that is the #1 in African American and Latino. 10 years.
So speaking of your empire that you built, you have recently Shreveport, Louisiana, right? Talk about why Shreveport and what exactly you're doing in Shreveport. And somebody from Shreveport in the back, Shreveport's in the house.
Hey, no more ratchet in my city. Shreveport got a nickname, they call it Ratchet City. I don't like the idea of that. I want to change that. But when I get to Shreveport, it was the taxi center in the new studio that was in Shreveport. So he also owns a studio in Bulgaria that I shot the last Expendables with Stallone, Jason Statham, Megan Fox, Dolph Lundgren out there. And I kind of got when I was telling you guys about my business model for film, kind of came through him. And I would think that the project will be as good as what we put on paper. And if we bring the right passionate group of talent together to portray those characters, that it'll be something that's really exciting at the end of it. But they look at a feature film like, because you got to make the bulk of the money back in 3 weekends, you got 1 minute and 30 seconds to make people say, I want to see that. And this is why it's a small group of people that consistently sell the feature film. Like, we see Denzel Washington, we go, yeah, I think I'm gonna check that one out. And it could keep them in a they gotta pick projects that consistently are good. So if it's Stallone and it's on genre, it's an action film, they know how much they can get for it in each one of the territories, and they're selling it on a poster before you even look at the frame of film. So I'm like, that's not what I thought it was, like, how it works. And then I kind of got a clearer understanding from that experience. And then you learn from mistakes. I was working with the wrong people early on in Red Lemon. I got him from Harvey's group. Yeah, he was the wrong guy, so. He found out about me later. Yeah.
So, when we were talking backstage with SH, and one of the things that you both have in common is that you've been able to navigate different networks kind of seamlessly, right? You got a show on